Hey y'all, welcome to this week's Table Talk with your host Diamond and Silk. Silk on Silk, it has been a long weekend.
Diamond. Yes, it has.
A lot of stuff is jumping off in the news and we have a packed show today.
Yes, we do.
It is so much stuff jumping off. I don't know whether to come or be going, girl. I'm just like, what? That happened?
Wow.
What? That happened?
It's a lot of
It's
stuff
a lot
happening.
of things. Now let's get to the first thing first.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people has been tweeting us, Diamond, Silk, we need a rally, a woman's rally for Trump, Women for Trump rally. And so me and Silk, we are in the planning phase of planning a Women United for Trump.
That's right.
Women United for Trump. And we are looking for volunteers to help. Now, if you are a organizer, an event planner, if you are
a negotiator,
because we need some of this stuff negotiated. If you are a person that a photographer or a cameraman or a woman, and we're gonna need a DJ because we got the party while we at the event. Yes. We need for you to volunteer your time, and what we're asking, whatever you can do, whatever you specialize in, if you can help push this movement forward where it will be a success. We're asking you to email us at womenunitedfortrump@gmail.com.
That's right.
That's womenunitedfortrump@gmail.com. Okay? And somebody will respond to your email. Okay?
That's right.
We are going to put on something so beautiful.
Yes.
And you know what? We're going to start a phenomenon. We're going to make it a tour. So we're going to be going to different states to do it.
Yes.
But we need to get the first one off the ground first and just keep going. Because listen, you all, this is not just a moment.
That's right.
Girl, this is a movement.
It's a movement.
Yes. Okay, now speaking of movement, girl, this weekend, you all, oh my God, we were at a convention. What, girl? Okay, you all.
Look.
Was this considered the state convention? I wonder.
This was considered the state convention.
No, it wasn't. No, because the state would have been the second congressional. The second congressional. Okay.
It was a convention.
It was a convention. Okay. Now, we were delegate holders for our local, which is here, right? We really didn't know we were delegate holders, okay? But we found out when we got something in the mail that we were delegate holders.
That's right.
So we go to the congressional convention. I think that's what you call it.
Okay.
I hope I'm saying it right.
All right. If not, they're going to tell you.
They're going to tell me if it's not right. We go to the second congressional convention, you all. And honey, child, we sat there all day. You know, I can just kick somebody.
Yes.
Up underneath the surface, you all, it is so much that goes along in the election process besides just voting. And we just found all of this stuff out ourselves. Even though we kept asking people, nobody pretty much knew how to explain the process to us. Okay? So if you are a delegate holder, then you take and you go to the congressional. They vote and to see if you're going to be able to be a delegate holder at the national convention, which is going to be held in Ohio. Okay, so we had to sort of nominate ourselves because our name wasn't on the list. So somebody had to nominate us from the floor. That's right. Somebody nominated us from the floor, and so we were able to get up and speak about why we will be there as a delegate for our man Donald Trump. We won't waver. We won't back down.
That's right.
Of course, you know we didn't win it because Cruz supporters. He had them up in droves there. So there is some kind of ground game going on. That nobody really know nothing about. It's almost like secret.
But you know what that tells me?
What?
That tells me that Cruz is part of the insider.
He's part of the establishment and the insider, and he's playing dirty politics. Now, let me tell you what's wrong, because people be like, well, Diamond, he's playing by the rules, but here's the deal. So you mean you want to go on the fact that you not elected. You wasn't elected by the people, but these few delegates can select you? Okay, so what is that? So that means the will of the people don't work anymore?
We can cut us out.
Well, why do we have elections? Why do we have to get out and vote? The whole process is doomed and it needs to be dismantled. And because he's playing dirty politics, this let me know he is part of the establishment. He's part of the insider group. And this is why we don't need him. Because of dirty politics like this. So what happens is, if Donald Trump don't get to the magic number,
right,
when we get to the national convention,
yes,
they're going to vote one time on the first ballot.
Right.
If he don't get to the magic number on the first ballot,
right,
all of those people are going to switch
yes,
to Cruz.
Yes. Well, do you know that if he don't get to the magic number, or if he do get to the magic number, they can change the amount he need to get to a week before everything, and he won't be able to even contest it.
Wow. So what they're doing is changing the rules in the middle of the game.
They're doing
changing the rules
all
in
of
the
these
middle.
little tactics. And they keep saying that Ted Cruz is an outsider.
He's an insider, you all. He playing dirty politics.
He playing that backdoor
he
dirty
playing
politics.
dirty politics,
Yes.
dirty politics.
Yes, what he's
and
doing.
we see it at its finest.
Yes.
Now this is what will make people rise up. Because
Yeah,
what the hell are you all doing?
Yeah.
Why the people didn't elect him. These few delegates is who's going to select him.
That's right.
Ain't that's how that go?
That's how they
trying to do that.
Yes.
You all are going to have a mess on your hands. And then we had one guy.
Yeah.
Speaking of delegates, you all. And let me tell you something. Let me just black it up.
Right, go ahead.
The Republican Party is not only split at the top, it's split all the way down to the bottom. Because we went to the convention and we saw some stuff.
It was
and
straight
it was
up
like, OMG.
split.
What is going on here?
Yes.
And I'm going to tell the Republican Party this. If you don't open up your damn doors,
that's right,
y'all going to die in that by y'all.
That's right. They gonna
Ain't
die
nobody
off.
going to come up in there like that.
Come on in there.
Yes, it is so split
Divided.
even at the bottom
Yes.
of the barrel. And I'm like, this is a problem for the party.
Yes.
It's really a big problem
It's a
for the
very
party.
big problem.
And then, you all, I'm looking at the news feeds and everything, and I see this gentleman. I believe that he's a Donald Trump supporter.
Yes, he is.
He wanted to be a delegate for Donald Trump.
He was a
delegate holder for
Yes.
Donald Trump. And I think it was in Colorado.
Yes.
And they just took him and just like, oh no, you won't be a delegate holder.
That's right.
Because the congressional, I guess maybe at the local level, all of those people were pulling for Cruz, so they just out this guy.
Yeah.
And he burned up his his Republican card.
Yes, he did.
He's changing parties because of it.
And he's not the only one, Diamond. I've seen several other people say the same thing. They went there to the convention and they thought that they was a delegate holder just to be told that they were not.
And here's the deal. Colorado.
Yes.
Colorado changed their rules, I believe, back in 2015, where the voters won't vote. The delegates will be the one voting for their president. Right. So the will of the people was just taken from them.
Oh my goodness.
Right. So they will not be. They didn't vote. Cruz ended up with all of the delegates.
What?
That's because he had all of his people there. See, nobody knew about this here. People think, okay, you vote for the president, your vote counts. When you look at the dirty politics, this is what we call playing politics. This is when they pull out all the stops to try to stop you. But here's the deal. It's going to be hard for people to get behind Cruz if the people didn't elect you, but a few people selected you. It's going to be hard for you to get behind. We're not going to get behind you, baby. We will not support you and you won't win.
Well, he's a thief.
You're a thief. What you're doing
is
undercoverly, you're stealing something because we're not voting you in. Just the people that you put up that you done bought stuff for and that you done flew all over the world and you probably paying out. Because if you gave Carly Farina, if your super PAC gave Carly Farina $500,000, tell her how much you paying these delegate holders to hold on. So when we get to the convention, and then you and Kasich is the one that's trying to stop the front runner. Well, you all should have gotten behind the front runner because he's been leading for the past 9 months. It is so sad.
And if you had such a big problem with Donald Trump, why even let him in at the beginning?
That's right. Absolutely.
Why even start it at the beginning?
Absolutely.
He's done spent his own money.
He spent his own money.
His own time. His own energy. Had nobody else did as many rallies as Donald Trump.
That's right.
Okay? And now all of a sudden, oh, well, no, he ain't going to be the one for the party. Look. I'm tired of it being about
he
the
may
party.
not have to be the one for the party, but he gonna be the one for the
He
people.
need to be the one for the people.
That's what y'all got to understand.
That's right.
He is the one for the people. This is who we are all looking at.
They got it twisted.
This is the man that has brought in millions more people than Ted Cruz.
Millions.
So ain't nobody, the people ain't electing Ted Cruz, but you got a few people that he done paid some little whatever, gave them some hush something to represent him. And so on that second ballot at the national, girl, what they're going to try to do is they're going to flip their vote and they're going to vote for Ted Cruz, which will give him the nomination. I believe people will be in outrage, uproar. That's what's going to start your revolution.
Well,
because people going to look at this here. We going to lose.
Yes.
A vote for Cruz, we going to lose. People going to look at this here and they're going to be like, hold up, wait a minute. You done gave this man, now the will of the people didn't vote him.
That's right.
This is just these few delegates.
Yes.
And y'all gonna give him like he won
like
this?
He done won.
That's what's going to start the uproar, girl.
Oh my God.
It is gonna start the uproar. And the people of Colorado, bless your heart.
Bless you.
We love y'all so much. Bless y'all. They are irritated. I'm
irritated, and I'm not even in Colorado.
They are ticked
I'm irritated.
And listen, they are holding, girl. On April the 15th at 3 o'clock p.m., they are holding a protest. They call it "We Will Assemble." So they're going to assemble themselves in protest. And here's the statement. The Colorado Republican Party shamefully silenced its voters this election season. We demand that Colorado give the power to the vote in the presidential primary to the voters.
That's right.
We will exercise our right to assemble and peacefully protest.
That's right.
The corruption of the Colorado GOP and disenfranchisement that we, the voters, have suffered.
Wow.
So you all, there is a rap.
It's not just that, girl. It's all freaking
It's all over, you all.
And another thing, Diamond.
Yes.
How is it that you're able to vote in the delegates, for the delegates, for people that is out of, that's not even running?
I have no, because they trying to push who they want to push, girl. They trying to push who they want to push. That's
when
why.
They said all of these other people names that's no longer running, you can still vote for them.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. So that means if Marco Rubio is out of the race, you can still you want to be a delegate for him. What, to put his ass back in? I say, y'all, this is what keeps Diamond cussing. Yes. When I see trickery like this listen, you all, people are going to rise up. Colorado has a protest, you all. It's April the 15th. They will be at the Colorado GOP headquarters.
They need to be.
They're going to be protesting, and you know what? I don't fault you.
I don't fault you
because this is going against the will of the people. Yes. You didn't even give the people time or a chance to voice their opinion. And it's like this is already planned.
So really, this is not democracy.
This is almost like dictatorship. Yes. And you're going to have people upset about this here. Yeah. This is, to me, worse than what happened when the electoral gave it to George Walter Bush. Remember?
I remember that.
Yes. So we want this to be for the will of the people.
It's time for this here to just be gone.
And you know, Rents, he is the chairman of the Republican Party. I heard, and we will say allegedly, someone heard him say something about doing something to the machines to keep Donald Trump below 50%. So there is so much ticker. I question the integrity of the whole process. I don't even trust the chairman of the Republican Party no more. I don't trust your ass.
But Diamond, that's what they've been doing. They've been doing that to keep Donald Trump under the 50%, so he won't get all of that particular state delegates. They've been doing that. And I saw a video on how it's done. It's really easy. You got millions of people that line up to vote, cast their vote, and then at the end of the day, when it's time to select, hey, you just put in some little code or a little key card or what have you, and it just flip it. Because that key card have a code in it. You know, it's time to go back to paper ballots where they sat there and they counted it.
No, I'm afraid when they count. How you know that Miss Millie, she's sitting up there about senile and have dementia, may miscount.
Don't have Miss Millie up there counting that.
I'm just teasing. But somebody may miscount. I didn't want to be offensive, but
well, they miscount at the with the voting machines. They're miscounting because it's easy for them to just put on a piece of paper.
You know, I am so sick of people with power.
Oh.
Taking advantage of Americans.
Yeah.
You are on both sides.
On both sides.
And it's almost like this is how we're gonna play it.
Yes.
And they setting this up for Hillary Clinton to get this.
Yeah. Well, that's been a ball game. Mm-hmm. They want Hillary Clinton. The Republican side and the Democrat side already have it set up that, okay, Hillary, it's your turn. They're keeping it all in the family. Mm-hmm. They're trying to set it up for it to be her turn. Mm-hmm. And that's why they want a weak person that is not even able to beat Trump in on the Republican side so that it can be given directly. It's just a really... a setup. I'm trying to keep from cussing.
Yeah, it's a setup. All of this has been designed and set up.
Yes.
For whoever they want to win to win.
To win.
And I think it's going to outrage people. And I think the system, our voting system needs to be changed.
Oh, yes.
We can start changing it right now.
We need to start.
We can start changing it right now.
We got to start.
Yeah, but I tell you what, you know, maybe it's time to vote out the chairman of the Republican Party.
Yeah.
All of these people that surround the vote, these people, some of these people need to be fired.
Start voting them out and stop putting money into the GOP.
Stop funding it.
Stop funding it.
Mm-hmm,
Let their ass go broke.
This should be about the will of the people.
That's right.
And when we see this not being about the will of the people, and y'all making against the will of the selected fruit to select who gonna be the nominee, that's a problem. Because we done all got out and voted. Because I could have stayed my behind home that day. I got up and got my hair did, put on my cute little clothes to go out there and vote. And now you're telling us that our vote may not count.
What?
And when I look at the ground game, and when they talk about the ground game, people being at these these conventions and
meetings and
these meetings. I just wish I would have knew a lot more about what were going on, because girl, we would have had 1,000 people at them things.
And even if we would have known that,
they would have made it.
They would have made it
because the Congress
they would have changed it all up.
So what we're telling people, the people that's about to start voting, let me just put this out here. We want you to become delegate holders. So what you need to do is you need to go to your local meetings. Go to your local RNC meetings. I think that's what they're called. GOP Republican committee meetings. You want to be a delegate holder at the state level. You want them to send you to the congressional so that you can vote to become a delegate, and then you go on to the state.
National.
To the state. It is the state. We got the state. And then the national. That's what you want to be. You want to be a delegate holder. The only way you can be that, you have to be a registered Republican, and you have to start going to your meetings.
That's right.
We got New York. Well, New York votes next week or the week after next? New York, I believe, is next week. So we have Pennsylvania, New Jersey, California. Make sure you people are going out there to your local meetings, GOP meetings, and then you want to be delegate holders.
That's right.
Then you want to go to, when you go to the congressional, you're a delegate holder. You want them to make you a delegate holder for the state so they can vote you in. You need to get involved. It need to be a lot of you all by the droves going.
It needs to be stacked. Stacked.
So that they won't try to take this from, because that's what they're trying to do, and they're changing the rules and rewriting the rules in the middle of the game.
Whenever he get to 1237, then a week afterwards they can change the whole rule and say, well, he really needs 1280.
Then they're going to create a revolution. See, I'm trying to downplay the revolution part, but y'all going to create that. Y'all going to create that.
They're going to create
And then I heard that they have also something about there's going to be a rally up in Ohio.
Right.
Stop the steal. Stop the steal. Girl, y'all, listen. First of all, if you are planning on going up there to Cleveland, there is no more rooms available in Cleveland. No more rooms. Because we trying to get to the convention ourselves.
Right, that's right.
There is no more rooms available, so y'all may have to share places with somebody or stay in the town over. And I don't know somebody's going to have to sponsor us.
Yes.
We got to stay with one of y'all.
Have to stay with one of y'all.
Now listen. Now when we stay with one of y'all, listen, I'm so finicky.
Yes.
Diamond is very, very finicky. Okay? Now whoever gonna sponsor us y'all got to make sure. I have a few requests.
We have a few requests. Okay. That's right.
Now the first thing is, because we be getting invitations, hey, y'all can stay with us, so I love it. Okay, we will stay with you.
Right.
But you can't have no roaches. You can't have no big ones, no small ones. You can't have no roaches.
No cockroaches.
No cockroaches. Like, we can't take it. We can't take that. We can't take that.
We can't have
no roaches. We can't stay there. If you got roaches, we can't stay with you. Okay.
No.
You can't have no rats, no field rats, no mouse,
no little rats,
no mice,
no daddy rats,
none of that.
No
you
mama
can't
rats.
go. We're not gonna stay
We
with you.
can't
We
have
cannot
no rats.
risk bringing a roach or a rat back home.
We can't do that. They can't bring that back to the Carolinas.
We can't do that. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
You can't have any type of ants.
You can't have no ants.
No
it's
ants.
Gonna be in the
No
summer.
ants.
We don't like ants.
No red hot
We
ants.
can't get bit by ants.
We can't get bit by ants. We'll bubble up. We'll bubble up.
We can't do that.
We can't get no ants. We can't do that. The next thing.
Number 4.
No bed bugs.
No bad bugs. Listen, change the sheets. Change the sheets. And if you want us to bring our sheets, let us know. But if you gonna sponsor us in, so if I was sponsoring y'all here, I would make sure that y'all have beautiful, clean, nice sheets.
Nice sheets.
Nice sheets. I like that. Okay. What's next?
Now, as far as animals.
Okay. Silk love animals.
I love animals outside.
Right. And I'm afraid of animals. I'm so afraid. Y'all remember what happened to that girl down? I can't remember where she was.
Yeah.
She went to help her friend. Remember, it was on Oprah.
Yeah.
She went to help her friend with her pet. Remember that pet?
That pet.
It was a monkey. It was some kind of gorilla.
A gorilla.
She went down there to help her friend Becky with that gorilla. And that gorilla ripped her face off. And she was walking around with no face.
No face.
Shoulders, but no face from that gorilla. And I stopped liking animals then. That right there, I can't do animals.
So you can't have no reptiles.
Don't have the animals in the house.
No parasites.
Don't have it in the house.
No, you can't have.
Don't have the animals in the house. I told y'all I was finicky. I'm telling you all before y'all invite us to your house what I like and what I don't like.
Right.
And see, I do that to my guests. What do you like? What don't you like?
That's right.
Another thing, number 6. I need breakfast in the morning. Listen, I got to have. If I'm gonna be going to the convention and especially if we become delegate holders, we got to be on the floor trying to convince them people. I can't be on the floor trying to convince them people, and my stomach is growling because I didn't eat breakfast that morning. We got to have breakfast. Now, will you cook breakfast?
Yes.
I like pancakes, bacon, and cheese eggs. A little glass of orange juice and a glass of water to wash all that down. But if you don't want to do that, we can have bacon, some cheese eggs with some grits and some toast. I'll be fine with that.
Just make me 2 eggs over easy. I'm good.
And make my eggs scrambled with cheese.
Yes.
Yes. We got to have some breakfast.
We got to have some breakfast.
Number 7. Somebody got to get us to that convention.
They got to get us there.
And I heard that the roadways is going to be packed. So that means if the convention start at 10, we got to be up by 3 in the morning.
Oh my God.
We got to be up real early. Y'all got to get us there before the roads get packed.
Yes.
Because one thing now, I like to be on time if I can. I love to be on time.
Well, I got what you're saying, Diamond, but we can't ride no horses.
Listen, we're not going to be running
no horses to the convention.
And don't get me one of those Uber that's nasty. Remember that time what was we at? Iowa somewhere. Somebody gonna drive up in a nasty Uber thinking we won't get in there. We didn't get in the Uber. We listen. I don't care what you drive as long as it's clean and nice to get us to the convention. Okay? Now, if you don't have your ticket to get into the convention and you can't come as our guest, you gonna have to come back and pick us up. You can't leave Diamond and Silk out there. We about crazy. We can't be riding dirty. We out there trying to find our way in Cleveland and we don't know how to find our way. You got to come back and pick us up.
Come back and pick us up.
And then after you pick us up, now we can do one or two things. You can go and we can all go sit down and have a nice meal. Or you could be cooking a meal while we at the convention. Cause I got to have a meal. Because I got to get me a meal in me. Because I got to go back the next day and fight again. Because I think the convention is about 3 or 4 days.
Oh my God.
Y'all, now listen. When you sponsor us in, you can't be mad and be like, I'm ready for Diamond and Silk ass to go.
You can't do that.
You got to sponsor us in. Now look. Okay, because what's going to happen, I know what's going to happen. Y'all going to be sending these requests, so one day we going to be here, one day we going to be here, one day we going to be here.
That's right.
We just want to stay with one person. Okay, maybe 2. Okay, possibly 3.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, maybe we may have to stay in Cleveland for 2 weeks.
They're going to charge us rent, or they're going to charge us rent.
But we don't need you charging us rent when y'all be like, okay, you done overstayed your welcome. Because it ain't nothing more than when somebody come to your house and you ready for them to leave. Now, I have good house house manners. I take my shoes off.
Yes,
I don't lounge on people's furniture.
No, we do not.
And you all, the only thing I say is when I get ready to go to bed, I don't like a phone to be ringing.
That's right.
And I'm trying to get my rest.
Cut it off.
Especially if I got to get ready for the 411 that's coming at the convention.
That's
okay?
right. That's right.
We know all the hotels are sold out. We need y'all.
We need
y'all. Somebody we're gonna have to stay with one of y'all. We're gonna have to stay with one of you all. So y'all let me know. Email Diamond and Silk.
Put in your resumes.
Who is gonna stay with us?
Who
can meet the criteria?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I'm so finicky.
Well,
I'm like that even when we go to a hotel.
Well, we telling the
I'm
truth.
real fit, but everything is sold out, you all. Everything
is sold out.
And I heard that the Stop the Steal movement is going on. They're gonna be up there with that. You got the We Will Walk petition that's going on, because we will walk.
We will walk.
And I'm telling you, it's so many things happening. And so, listen, we're getting prepared right now, even though the convention is... But you know what I want everybody... Not until July.
That's right.
But you know what I want everybody to do?
What you want?
I want us to get behind and rally behind Donald J. Trump.
That's right.
And get out in droves and vote for him.
Yes.
Shut the cities down.
Shut it down.
New York,
yes.
Pennsylvania,
yes.
New Jersey,
yes.
California.
Yes.
Get out and vote.
Yes.
Vote. Colorado, they stole that from their people.
They sure did.
They didn't let that be by the will of the people.
And don't be silent.
And don't you be silent down in Colorado.
That's
Make
right.
some noise.
Yes.
Diamond and Silk is standing behind you with that.
And New Jersey having to April 13th at 4:30 p.m. to switch their party to Republican.
New Jersey, April 13th to switch your party. Make sure you do it. Do it. Do it. Get it done. Get it done. Get it done, you all. And, you know, some people in New York.
Yes.
They didn't switch their party in time. And we put this out back in September.
Yes.
We knew something was going to happen. Trickery.
Yes.
That's why we were telling people to switch. You want to switch early.
That's right.
I believe New York, when did they stop letting people?
October.
It was October. So it was so early in the year where people couldn't switch their party.
They couldn't even switch.
But we're not going to cry over spilled milk.
No, we're not.
Okay? What we going to do, this is what's happening. What states are up next? If you could switch, go ahead and switch your party to Republican, because some of these states are closed states.
That's right.
So you have to be a Republican to vote for Donald Trump in these states.
Yes.
So what we want you to do is to switch your party. And you can always go to ditchandswitchnow.com to see your rules and your regulations.
And
phone numbers are there, so call to see how you're supposed to switch. You want to make sure you do it in time enough so that you can vote in these closed primaries.
That's right.
Okay.
And you know what else, Diamond?
What, girl?
You know, I think that it's time for us to really pray. It's time for us to pray for our country. It's time for us to pray for Mr. Donald Trump. It's time for us to pray for this process.
Yeah.
And you know, Mr. Trump, he announced his candidacy on June 16th, 2015.
That's right.
At 11:21 a.m.
11:21
At
a.m.
11:21 a.m.
Girl.
And you know what? For me, those are some triple ones. Okay, now?
I love it, girl.
11:21 a.m. is when he did that on Eastern time. Now, for Central or Mountain, it might have been 10:21 or 9:21. But whatever 21 it ended up on, I suggest every single day, for us, it'll be 11:21 Eastern Standard. We stop what we're doing and we say us a prayer. Now, if you're driving, you can't stop.
Okay, so let me make sure I got this clear.
Get it clear.
So we're going to just stop every day.
Every day.
At 11:21.
Eastern Standard for us.
Eastern Standard Time for us, or whenever your 11:21 comes.
Right.
And we're going to say a prayer for
We're going to say a prayer for Donald Trump. We want him as the president. Where 2 or 3 are touching and agreeing. Okay? And I ain't trying to get all religious in here. But you know what?
Listen.
I believe in the power of prayer.
It's going to take prayer to keep me off of somebody. Girl, I want to go home.
Let me start praying for you right now, Father God, in the name of Jesus. So
pray for me, girl.
It's going to take prayer. It's going to take some fasting and praying on this one right here. You know, and I ain't talking about us starving ourselves off where we can see our rib cages from our backbone. But what I'm talking about, it's going to take some fasting, some pure fasting and praying. But right now, we need a prayer chain.
We need a prayer chain going
We
on.
need a prayer chain for this world, for everything.
For our country.
For our country.
The political process.
For the political
The way
process.
the left is trying to control this country and turn this into a third world country or a straight dictatorship.
Yes. And because Donald Trump is the one we want for president at 11:21 Eastern Standard, I'm going to stop what I'm doing, and I'm asking everybody else to join in. Stop what you're doing and say a prayer for our president, Donald J. Trump.
What if you sitting at your desk and you at work? Then you just need to stop for a moment while you're doing it. Say a little prayer. God bless our future president.
You ain't got to go into no long, drawn out slobbing and all of this here stuff. You ain't got to do all that.
Yeah, because sometimes I can't stand when people pray.
And they be getting into it.
Especially when it's time to eat.
Yeah.
And then you done said a long prayer and my stomach growling. I want a piece of chicken.
Yes.
What is wrong with you? Get to the point.
Get to the point. And right now, write the vision, make it plain. We know we want Donald Trump as the president, period. Hey, it's right here. At 11:21, every day starting from this day forward.
We need to say a prayer for Donald J. Trump.
11:21.
Every day, 11:21. 11 day, 11:21. Every day, 11:21.
It was 11:21 on my clock whenever he made his speech, and excuse me, not made his speech, when he said he is running for president. At the moment he said it.
I can remember 11:21 because a significant number in my brain is 11:25. So that's why I can remember 11:21.
Yeah, and I like them triple ones.
I like a triple one.
Something about them triple ones,
like
because that's significant to me.
Fives.
Them triple ones. So, that's my connection to it, and that's all I say and ask that let's start praying, you all. 11:21. And, for people that's on a different time zone, whatever your 11:21 Eastern Standard is, then you do it on your time zone. But everybody needs to stop what they're doing at that specific time.
Okay, I agree.
And let's say a prayer for Donald Trump, this process, everything that's going on, protection of the world, and know without a shadow of doubt that he's going to be our next president.
He's going to be our next president
of these United States.
So it's official.
It's official.
It is prayer time.
It's prayer time.
We're asking everyone 11:21 a.m. every day to pray for Donald J. Trump, pray for his protection. And when you're praying, look at him. He's going to be the next president of the United States.
That's right.
We believe in the power of prayer.
I believe in the power of prayer.
We believe in the power of prayer, okay? From this day forward. We'll do 11:21, y'all.
11:21.
Okay? All right, y'all. Well, listen, it's been a lovely table talk.
Yes, it has.
We're just coming to let y'all know what's up. The 411.
Yes.
And listen, don't forget to like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Also, make sure you visit the Diamond and Silk Store at diamondandsilkstore.com.
That's right.
Don't forget, we have our Mother Day packages going on there.
Yes.
Where you get the Don't Get a Twisted t-shirts along with the wine glass of some free bumper stickers. And if you just want a Don't Get It Twisted t-shirt, you can get that with 25% off.
That's right.
Also, make sure you follow us on Periscope and Instagram. We are on all of these social media networks.
Yes.
Also, if you want to volunteer for our Women United for Trump, make sure you email us at womenunitedfortrump@gmail.com.
That's right.
We love you guys.
We love you.
And listen, I love you all. And in the meantime, and in between time, you all have a nice rest of your week. We'll see you at the end of this week. Good day.